In the shadowed corridors of ancient Rome, where emperors rose and fell like autumn leaves, one man whispered secrets that echoed through centuries. Niccolò Machiavelli. He understood that reputation is not a fragile ornament, but a towering fortress that shields the soul from the arrows of envy and deceit. Imagine standing atop that fortress, gazing out at a world teeming with alliances and rivalries, knowing that your name alone can command respect or summon storms. This is the battle you wage every day, the invisible war for your reputation, where victory means not just survival, but thriving in the grand theater of human connections. To build this fortress, begin with the stones of consistency. In the office, where colleagues circle like hawks eyeing prey, let your actions speak of unwavering integrity. Arrive early, deliver on promises, and let excellence become your silent herald. But excellence alone isn't enough. It must be seen. Share your triumphs modestly, through stories that inspire rather than boast. When a project succeeds, credit the team while subtly highlighting your pivotal role. It's the art of illumination, casting light on your strengths without blinding others to their own. Yet threats lurk in whispers and sideways glances. Gossip, that insidious vine, can choke even the sturdiest walls. Counter it proactively. Cultivate alliances with those who amplify your virtues. In relationships, whether romantic or platonic, be the listener who remembers details, a birthday wish, a shared dream, and watch how loyalty forms a moat around you. When misinformation spreads, address it swiftly but calmly, with facts wrapped in grace. I appreciate your concern, you might say, redirecting the narrative to truth without fueling the fire. Machiavelli taught that fortune favors the bold, but wisdom tempers boldness with foresight. Anticipate vulnerabilities. In a digital age, your online presence is an extension of your fortress. Curate it meticulously. Posts that reflect ambition, kindness, and intellect. Avoid the pitfalls of oversharing. A single impulsive comment can crack the foundation. Instead, use social platforms to showcase growth, like a leader emerging from challenges stronger, inspiring others to follow. In the workplace, reputation extends to how you handle conflict. When a superior questions your decision, respond with poise. I've considered that angle, and here's why this path aligns with our goals. This not only defends your stance, but elevates your image as thoughtful and strategic. In personal bonds, protect your emotional core by setting boundaries that honor mutual respect. Say no to demands that erode your self-worth, framing it as a commitment to balance that benefits everyone. Empowerment comes from viewing reputation as a living entity, one you nurture daily. Engage in continuous self-improvement, read voraciously, seek mentors, refine skills. As Greene echoes, power flows from perception. Make yours unassailable. Visualize adversaries faltering against your defenses, not through aggression, but through the quiet strength of authenticity amplified. Proactive protection means scanning the horizon for storms. In meetings, observe body language, crossed arms signaling doubt, and address it preemptively with inclusive questions. In friendships, reciprocity builds trust. Give value freely, and it returns manifold. Remember, reputation isn't about perfection, but perception managed with elegance. As you fortify this fortress, feel the surge of confidence. You're not merely surviving, you're commanding the field. Machiavelli's legacy isn't deception, but mastery over chaos, turning potential pitfalls into platforms for ascent. Stand tall, for in this battle, your reputation becomes your legend, inspiring awe in allies and caution in foes. The war rages unseen, but with these strategies you emerge victorious, a beacon in the tumult of work and relationships. Picture an ancient battlefield shrouded in mist, where Sun Tzu's armies moved like ghosts, their true intentions hidden until the decisive strike. Knowledge was their sword, secrecy their shield. Today, in boardrooms and intimate dinners alike, the same principle holds. The battle of information, who knows what and when, determines who leads and who follows. Envision yourself as the strategist, weaving through conversations with the precision of a master weaver, revealing threads only when they serve the tapestry of your goals. This is your empowerment, turning the flow of data into a river that carries you forward. Mastery begins with discernment. Share wisely, for every word is a potential key handed to another. In professional settings, when discussing ideas, offer insights that spark collaboration without exposing your full blueprint. This approach has promise, you say, inviting input while guarding innovations that could be co-opted. It's not withholding, it's pacing the revelation to build momentum, ensuring your contributions shine in their fullest light. In relationships, the veil protects vulnerability. Early dates or deep friendships thrive on gradual disclosure, share stories that bond like childhood adventures, but hold back scars until trust is forged. This creates depth, drawing others closer through curiosity, not compulsion. Sun Tzu advised knowing the enemy and yourself. Apply it by observing. Listen more than you speak, gathering clues about motivations. A colleague's offhand remark about ambitions reveals leverage. A partner's sigh hints at unspoken needs. Technology amplifies this battle. Emails, texts, social feeds are rivers of data. Craft messages with intent, concise, clear, leaving no room for misinterpretation. Avoid the trap of emotional dumping in digital spaces. Instead, use them to affirm alliances, like a quick note of appreciation that strengthens bonds without overexposure. When pressures mount to reveal more, perhaps a boss probing for personal details, redirect gracefully. Let's focus on how this impacts the team, shifts the lens outward, preserving your inner sanctum. This isn't evasion, it's strategic focus, channeling energy where it yields results. In personal spheres, when conflicts arise, inquire first. What led you to that view? It disarms, gathers intel, and positions you to respond with empathy, laced with insight. Empowerment surges from this control. Information asymmetry isn't about superiority, but equilibrium. Cultivate sources, networks of informants through genuine connections. Attend industry events not just to learn, but to exchange value subtly, amassing knowledge that informs decisions. In love, shared secrets become sacred pacts, but only when reciprocity reigns. Practice the art of silence. In negotiations, pauses invite concessions. In arguments, they cool tempers. Sun Tzu's wisdom, the supreme art of war, is to subdue without fighting. Apply it by anticipating queries. Prepare responses that inform without exhausting your reserves. Visualize data as currency. Spend it judiciously to invest in alliances that pay dividends. As you don this veil, feel the liberation. No longer adrift in oversharing's wake, you navigate with purpose. Greene's laws remind us power is amoral, a tool for elevation. In this invisible fray, your guarded wisdom becomes a force multiplier, uplifting you amid the currents of work and relationships, where true victors are those who know but reveal on their terms. Envision a grand chessboard spanning empires, where Robert Greene's tacticians maneuver not pieces but perceptions, claiming the high ground before the first move. The battle of position, who frames the debate, who sets the stage, decides outcomes long before words are exchanged. See yourself enthroned at the center, orchestrating narratives that align stars in your favor, turning potential sieges into triumphs of vision. This is the epic quest for control, where positioning elevates the ordinary to the extraordinary in the arenas of career and connection. Seize the throne by defining contexts early. In workplace strategy sessions, propose agendas that highlight your expertise. Let's start with the metrics that drive growth, steering focus to areas where your insights dominate. It's not dominance, it's direction, guiding collectives towards shared success while securing your vantage. In relationships, position shapes intimacy. When planning futures with a partner, frame discussions around mutual aspirations. Imagine us building a life where we both thrive. What does that look like for you? This invites collaboration, but on terms that honor your boundaries, preventing others from imposing limiting scripts. Greene's philosophy: power resides in the unseen structures. Disrupt adversarial frames by reframing. When criticism arises, pivot. That's an interesting perspective. How does it align with our overarching objectives? This neutralizes attacks, repositioning you as the arbiter of reason. In friendships strained by misunderstandings, acknowledge emotions first. I see this matters deeply to you. Then gently introduce your narrative, fostering resolution on balanced ground. Digital realms demand vigilant positioning. Craft profiles and posts that project authority, thoughtful commentaries on trends, not reactive rants. When debates erupt online, enter with questions that broaden horizons. What if we considered this angle? It claims intellectual high ground without confrontation. Anticipate shifts in volatile markets or evolving bonds, monitor signals, market reports, subtle cues, and adapt frames proactively. Given these changes, our strength lies in innovation, positions your team and you as forward thinkers. In personal growth, journal reflections to refine self-narratives, ensuring external stories align with your inner truth. Empowerment flows from this command. Position isn't imposition, but invitation to higher planes. Build coalitions by framing opportunities inclusively, drawing allies to your banner. Greene illuminates, transcend errors by mastering these laws, turning social dynamics into symphonies you conduct. Visualize adversaries' frames crumbling as yours solidify, through eloquence, empathy, and evidence. In negotiations, anchor terms favorably. Start high, concede strategically, always holding the narrative thread. In love, celebrate milestones in ways that reinforce positive arcs, scripting futures of fulfillment. As you ascend this throne, embrace the uplift. The war unseen becomes a canvas for your mastery, where positioning propels you beyond survival to sovereignty. In works, coliseums, and relationships sanctuaries, wield this power with grace, crafting legacies that inspire and endure.